Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. So, topic of the day, we're going to talk about Joycelyn Savage, longtime girlfriend of R.Kelly. Also, day 29 of Diddy's trial. We're down to the last wire, you guys, and we're going to talk about everything that has occurred during the trial. And his defense team has made a shocking statement in regards to the Diddy's trial, and we're going to talk about it and discuss about it. All that and more. Welcome back to That's It. Okay, you guys. So Joycelyn Savage, longtime girlfriend of R. Kelly. Anyone who don't remember her, she was with R. Kelly for a very long time. And, her parents introduced her to R. Kelly. I believe she was like 10 or 11. Don't quote me. And next you know that her parents haven't seen her child for the last 6 years. And they've been like trying to rescue her, trying to make an attempt to remove her from R. Kelly's possession and everything. And she didn't want to go. She didn't want to go. She was like heavily in love with R. Kelly, that he could not do anything wrong, even though there was things charged against him, him having sex with underage children, excuse me, and basically a pedophile. And he's been doing it for a very long time. And everyone who knows about the story, that his camp, his crew members or workers, staff, they knew about his pedophile addiction or his things that he did with underage girls, and they said nothing. And apparently, Joycelyn Savage, she was one of them, and that her parents been fighting ever since to bring her home. And this is a picture of Joycelyn. And obviously, R. Kelly, and R. Kelly is serving time in prison for sex trafficking and having sex with underage um, um, girls and boys as well. And this whole headline, everyone's talking about R. Kelly overdosed and he was hospitalized in the hospital, and saying that people are trying to kill him, murder him because of his situation that he's in. And I just want to read to you briefly what his lawyer said. Lawyers for R. Kelly are allegedly the singer overdosed last week on medication given to him by prison staff. The Ignition Singer legal team in June 17 filing obtained by USA Today claims that after being placed in solitary confinement prison, staff provided him an overdose quantity of the medication on June 12, comparing his normal anxiety, sleep medication doses, leading to his hospitalization on Friday, June 13th. According to the file, Kelly was removed from Duke University Hospital, and then he went to North Carolina against medical advice. And then the Bureau of Prison declined to comment on pending litigation. So basically, in a nutshell, R. Kelly thinks that someone's trying to kill him in prison. They gave him all this medication to overdose him, and then he had like blood clots in his lungs and his legs. And now his lawyer is trying to have him removed and go to another prison site. But I believe that the judge denied that, saying that he's not going to be released or go to another prison, or he wants to be released early from prison. No, that's not going to happen. You're a pedophile. You've done all these things over the last 20 years, maybe more decades, and your ass should just belong in prison for the rest of your dying days, and you should not be out because you are a pedophile. But anyway, back to Joycelyn. Now, Joycelyn did a video, and it was posted on TikTok, and basically saying that she's not brainwashed, she's not a victim, despite what her family is claiming, that she's been brainwashed and she's a victim of R. Kelly. Here's the thing, you guys, okay? The woman is almost 30, okay? Sometimes parents just have to let it go and walk away and let your child make their decisions on their own. There's nothing that you can say or do. You've been fighting for this for a very long time. Clearly, she's not going anywhere. Clearly, she has not left the building or left R. Kelly in the brain. And yeah, I believe she's very brainwashed by R. Kelly, and what R. Kelly did to her, said to her, that she is so captivated by him that she can't let go. She can't go free. Okay? And listen, she has free will. She has free will, and there's nothing that her parents can say or do. Sometimes you just have to let it run a course and let her figure out for herself. Obviously, she's clearly in love with this man. She's not going to let him go. She's been with R. Kelly for the past, what, 10 years? 10 years? That's a long time. And she's still currently with him. And she still sees him on the weekends while he's been incarcerated for 6 years. 6 years. So I don't understand. I understand what the parents are doing, and I get it, but there's time that you just have to like let it go, because your daughter, she's almost 30. Sometimes you just have to accept this relationship, even though you don't like it, even though you're not okay with this. You just have to embrace it and just love her, despite she's with this pedophile, and there's nothing you can do. All you have to do is just support her decision, and just go from there, instead of like pushing her away and saying all these things that that's going to alienate her from you. And it's been what, 6 years that you haven't spoken to your daughter. You haven't seen her. So whatever you're doing, it's not working. Okay, you have to try a different approach, a softer approach, and just be accepting of the life choices that she made, because obviously she's not going anywhere. Okay, and like I said, I believe she's brainwashed. I believe she was a victim of R. Kelly. And there's nothing that I can say or anyone can say to convince her. She just has to figure out on her own. It may take 10 more years for her to realize that. I don't know. But I am going to let you watch this footage of her making a statement, declaring her love for R. Kelly. And to me, in my opinion, I don't understand why she did this, why she posted this. It really doesn't. It's not irrelevant, to be honest with you. Like, who are you trying to prove? You know what I mean? You're trying to prove the whole world that R. Kelly is a good guy and that you guys are in love. We all know who R. Kelly is. Even though he was a great singer, a great producer, and everything, I'm not going to take that away from him, because he came from nothing and worked his ass off to become the greatest R&B singer. Believe me, I used to listen to his music. I used to love his music, until all these things that were coming up in the surface about him having sex with underage girls that turned me off. And I stopped listening to his music, and I threw all away his CDs. Yeah, we had CDs back in the days, CDs and everything, because I'm like, no, you're not going to just have sex with underage girls thinking that's okay and urinate on them like it's okay. Absolutely not. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And he has children of his own. To do that, to have sex with underage girls and thinking that that was okay. So I stopped listening to his music. And, but yeah, I'm going to let you listen to her own words. And again, I don't know who she's trying to prove to justify her 10-year relationship with R. Kelly. No one doesn't really care about it. I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. She's really irrelevant. But I just wanted to talk about this, because I'm like, who she has to prove sending this TikTok video to everyone to declare her love with R. Kelly and everything. But you know what? Enough of me talking. I'm going to let you hear. I'm going to let you hear Joycelyn's words. No, R. Kelly. No. What is this? I'm so sorry, you guys. There we go. Roll that beautiful footage.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joycelyn Savage. I'm 29 years old, and I'll be 30 next month. I just want to come out here shortly to let you guys know that I am not a victim. I've been with Robert for 10 years. He has been incarcerated for 6 years, and I have seen him every weekend for the past 6 years.
Every weekend.
Just 3 years ago, I proposed to Robert, and he said yes. And we are planning on getting married and having a family, and I'm very excited about.
Pause for a second. What kind of quality life will your children have with this man when he's incarcerated? for 6 years and many more. The man is not going anywhere. He's in prison. For her to want to start a family with a pedophile, it's just crazy to me. It's beyond my, I can't fathom this. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you popped the question. He didn't pop the question to you. You popped the question to him. Okay, then you want to start a family? What kind of life that is to bring a child to the world when your baby daddy or your husband is in prison for the rest of his life? It doesn't make any sense. Like, again, to me, she's not thinking clearly, because that's just being selfish to bring a kid into the world when you know this man is in prison for the rest of his life. She thinks she's delusional. She thinks that he's coming out anytime soon. No. Anyway, continue on.
But anyways, I just want to come out here and let you guys know to please do not believe the lies that my mother and father are coming out here saying about me and Robert. I am not held against my will. I am not a sex slave. I am not brainwashed or any of those crazy lies that were told on me. And I just want Robert to get the righteous justice that he deserves, because he deserves to be free. Enough is enough. I'm tired, and he's tired as well. So I just want you guys to continue to please pray for him. I'm praying for him. I believe that he will be out soon. I have hope. And just, you guys, please, just do not believe the lies, because enough is enough. It's been 6 years, and I'm just tired. I choose not to call my mother and father because I do not want to talk to them. I have a cell phone, and I choose not to call them. So I'm a grown woman, and if I decide not to call them, that's my choice. And it is what it is. So once again, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm in love, and I'm good. So thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.
Okay. Great. She's in love. She's happy. She's happy in her situation. Kudos for her. You know what I mean? No, it's not stopping her. Like I said, I just don't have any words. Listen, now I'm going to show you another footage of her parents believing that what she posted on TikTok, her parents believe this is AI, that it's not really her. It's AI talking. What do you think? Do you think it's AI? I don't think it's AI. I have seen Joycelyn interview in the past before. It sounds like her. It is her. I don't think it's AI in my honest opinion, but let me know what you think if it's AI. And I'm going to let you listen to what the parents have to say. And I have to say the parents have to let it go. This is going to be their future son-in-law, okay? Son-in-law. And they have to face the fact that this is happening. Whether if they're on board or not, this is happening, okay? You heard it from her own mom. She popped a question. You said yes. We're going to start a family. We're going to live happily ever after. I don't know what la la land she's in, thinking that he's going to get out soon. That's not happening, okay? His jurors find him guilty, okay? He's spending his last days in prison, okay, for the rest of his life. He is not coming out. So I don't know if she's in delusional or she's in la la land thinking that he is going to get out. He's not getting out, honey. So you should, actually you should, what the words I'm trying to say? You should actually just have it in your head that he is not getting out. He is in prison for life, okay? He's not coming out. And for her to think that he's coming out, she is just delusional, just like the rest of the people are thinking that he's coming out. But anyway, enough of me ramping. I'm going to let you hear what the parents have to say. And they believe, like I said, it's AI. Whoops, sorry. And I don't think it is, but you get to hear what they have to say.
I seen a video earlier today that was surfing around on the internet of our daughter Joycelyn. It's been about a little over 6 years since we physically have seen her out in public. The video that we saw did bring some concerns because it appears that the video is AI generated. Anybody knows about AI, how realistic videos can be from just a simple picture. Her voice, speech didn't match some of the video recordings. The gestures with the broad image on her shirt, actually the mouth moved when she talked. And so it's brought some serious questions, and it confirms
very serious concerns.
It confirms why we have been fighting so hard just to make sure she's fine, healthy, and okay. Basically, that's all we want to know. Like in the video, that was her. She said that she has a choice if she wants to have a relationship with her family, her parents especially, and that's true. We just wanted to make sure she's fine, healthy, and okay. And
That's all we asked for.
and the video that we saw today, it still doesn't answer our questions because the video definitely appears to be AI generated.
We've been through so much as a family. You know, we have no other choice tonight to file a report, a missing person report. Twice. If you think back and look at all the times that has happened in the past where they said that she had a baby, that was false. They also said some other things about her that was false, like the book. False. The Patreon account. False. These things concerns us as a parent. We really need to find what's going on with our daughter, because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on. We are eager to find out. So please, pay attention. Look at what we see and judge for yourself and tell somebody else and say, hey, does this look like an AI generated? Because it looks like it to us. So thank you.
And whoever is behind the video, we demand answers, and we hope to get a resolution soon and to have some type of closure. And if she wants to have a relationship with her family or not, that doesn't matter at this point. We just want to know that she's fine, healthy, and okay.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to give you my thoughts. I don't think it's AI. I believe that's really Joycelyn speaking her truth, saying that she's not a victim. She has not been brainwashed. She's in love with R.Kelly. She calls him Robert. They've been together for 10 years, and she's been seeing him every weekend. And she, like I said, she popped a question. He said yes, and she wants to start a family. I don't believe it's AI. I just feel like the parents need to come to grips and come to reality that your daughter is going to be 30 years old. She's grown. She's an adult, and you just have to let her go and just be supportive. If you have to fake it, make sure it's believable. Okay, there's nothing else you can do. You cannot call the cops. You cannot file a missing report. You can't do none of that anymore. She is not a minor. Okay, unfortunately, you introduced her to R.Kelly. You trusted this man to your daughter, thinking that she was going to have a music career, but R.Kelly had a different agenda, unfortunately, and he groomed your daughter and made her fall in love with him and stuff like that. And now anything that people say about R. Kelly, she's not going to believe it, because that's how far brainwashed she is. And I believe that she is brainwashed. That's clearly. However, it's time to try a different approach, a different method, because whatever you've been doing for the last 6 years is not working. It's just pushing your daughter further away. So my suggestion is just to take a step back and just accept this. He is going to be your new son-in-law, so you just have to accept it and let your daughter realize that you are accepting it, even though deep down you may not be. But you have to prove to your daughter that you are, because she is going to see if you really are, if you really meant what you're saying, even though deep down it really cringes you. But you know what? This is your daughter, and sometimes you have to suck it up like a buttercup and just roll with the punches. If you want a relationship with your daughter, you just have to roll with the punches and then just accept this relationship that your daughter have with R. Kelly. And that's all I have to say about that. Obviously, you're going to have a son-in-law as a pedophile, and you're going to have a pedophile in the family. There's nothing I can say or do about that. Just make sure, when you are on board with this, even though you're not on board with this, that you're going to have a son-in-law, a pedophile in your family. Just make sure you hide the kids and the grandchildren away so he won't be near the kids. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So moving on to Diddy's trial. Yes, we're down to the last wire, you guys. It is day 29, and closing argument is about to start this Thursday. It's set. What really shocked me, because last week, Diddy's defense team said that they were going to have 3 people testifying on the behalf of Diddy. Now the defense team said they're not going to have anyone testify. They're just going to have, they're not going to have any witnesses. They're just going to have only new evidence to present any stipulation or any that they'll let the jurors know that this is not RICO charges. This is not sex trafficking. All this was consensual sex, and they were just having a good time. It was just, just two adults just being freaky in the bed sheets and then just having a good old time. And there's, it's not against the law to be freaky. It's not against the law to have thousands of baby oil and actual glides. It's not illegal for that, to be honest with you. It's not illegal for freak-offs either. But it is if you're having sex trafficking, if you're doing any RICO charges and stuff like that. And that's what the defense is trying to prove, that none of that happened. It was just adults having wild, freaky sex and just doing all these crazy stuff. And that's what they're going to present on Diddy's defense team. Diddy will not take the stand because there's not enough time, even though he has that right to take the stand. And they will ask him, do you want to take the stand or not, to tell your side of the story, which he should, because I know the prosecutor would just bury him. But obviously he's not going to take the stand, which is really a bummer because I really wanted him to take the stand. But he's not going to take the stand because they have to prep him and everything, and they don't have enough time. So basically, Diddy's defense team is going to gather new evidence, present it, and plead their case. And after that, they're going to have closing argument this Thursday. And I don't know, by this Friday, you guys, I don't know, we may have an answer, or we may have an answer next week. And next week is, it's going to be the 4th of July weekend. So we may know next week or this week. I'm not 100% sure, but it's closing down to the wire, you guys. And I know everyone is just very anxious and want to know what's going to happen. And the judge gave the juror, instructions on what to do once both the defense team and then the prosecutor, do their closing arguments, and they're going to have instructions on what they should do before they deliver guilty or not guilty. And I don't know. It's like I said, it's down to the last wire, and I just cannot wait until we get an answer. And it only 3 charges are charged against Diddy, and they just need one or two, even one. You know what I mean? I believe, in my opinion, they're going to charge him for RICO. That's just my thought, my theory. They may charge him for RICO. I don't think they're going to charge him for maybe sex trafficking. Maybe, but I believe they're going to charge him for the RICO charge. And that's what the RICO charge is going to put him away for a very long time. That's just my theory. And again, if I'm wrong, I'm always the one to say I'm wrong. I got it wrong, and I got it wrong. But I believe that's what the jurors are going to charge him for the RICO charge, and that's going to put him away for a very long time. But, he's going to fight this, obviously, because that's Diddy, his arrogance, and he's going to do an appeals after appeals after appeals. But I believe he's going to be in prison for a very long time. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'd be totally shocked if the jurors say not guilty. I'd be utterly shocked. I just fall down from the chair if that verdict comes. But I believe it's not. I believe once the closing argument is presented on both sides, and the jurors will make a decision wisely, think about all the evidence that was presented to them, and then they will make the right decision. At the end of the day, those 12 jurors, their life is on Diddy's hands. Diddy's hands, and we will know. We will know by this week or next week, guilty or not guilty. And we're just going to hold on to our seats and wait to find out the verdict. So thank you so much for watching. That's it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.